your commitment. WNCI Columbus, your station for news, weather, and traffic.
Good morning. I'm Kelsey Webb. Here's what's happening at 6:59. This is the last day of extreme heat in central Ohio. This week's heat advisory ends tonight. Columbus first responders are reporting an increase in calls during the heat wave. There were more than 60 heat-related illnesses, with about 40 people taken to the hospital. Meanwhile, a 5-year-old child died after being left in a hot car in Mansfield yesterday. A leaking gas cylinder is being blamed for an explosion in Mansfield this week. A 72-year-old man was moving the cylinder out of his garage when the blast happened. He was seriously burned, and 3 firefighters were hurt in a second explosion. Over 30 arrests were made during another Operation Unity enforcement blitz by Franklin County deputies. That sweep focused on the west side, with officers recovering drugs and stolen vehicles and stopping a drag race on West Broad Street. Diddy's sex trafficking trial is near a close. Prosecutors and the defense made closing arguments yesterday. Jurors could begin deliberating today, and the crew hosts Philadelphia on Sunday. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Joe Spears says 92 today with pop-ups, and that's what's happening on this Friday morning. I'm Kelsey Webb on WNCI.
Well, it's never good. Let me do business. Dave and Jimmy, happy Friday. This is Dave Kalin, Jimmy Jam, and Kelsey Webb, joined by, there's certain people in the world with one name just does it. Beyonce, Sting, Madonna, Steve-O. It immediately floods your head with I know all that about that. So how you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging tough, man. Thank you for having me.
How long ago were you asleep?
It's actually been 13 minutes.
He pulled up in an RV and asked to sleep in the parking lot, and we're fine. There's nothing going on. But I was wondering, did you work last night?
I did. I had a show at the Funny Bone last night.
Okay, so you're basically just giving yourself all the rest time you can.
Yeah, I'm not a morning guy.
So, we'd like you here anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just don't really operate in the morning so much. So I love to park wherever I got to be, wake up.
Jimmy thought he was going to wake you. He had to go back to his car to get Pepsi or something, and his horn is really loud.
Oh, okay.
It's right next to your RV.
My generator's pretty loud, too.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. He needs that running, man, with the heat. For sure. What do you got 2 watches on for? What's on your right wrist?
That's what's called a Whoop band. It's like a fitness tracking device.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty into my health.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
Good for you.
How about you're into your recovery from being physical?
Yeah.
I mean, you've done some things.
Sure. Yeah, sure, man.
Do you have long-term effects, like injuries from your stunts? No?
Not too bad, huh?
Jeez.
You got lucky.
I'm in pretty good shape.
You
got
pretty
lucky.
good shape.
Man, I can hardly walk. I just sit here every day.
And you've hidden injuries because your pride will not allow you to limp away from danger. Are you doing that now?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Meanwhile, his spine is being held together by 13 old railroad nails.
Yeah, I wonder. I think I've had people ask me that, and I've said that I believe inactivity is more dangerous than activity.
I think you're right.
I agree with that.
You took activity to a
Extreme.
high level.
Use it or lose it.
Someone just messaged me and said, ask Steve-O about his vegan diet.
Okay.
You're vegan?
What about it?
I was vegan for quite a stretch there. I'm back on the seafood.
Huh.
Oh, seafood? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't eaten any meat other than seafood for 17 years.
So you're a
17 years?
pescatarian.
17 years since I had a steak.
Dude, let's go out tonight. Go to Jeff Ruby and kill it. There's always got to be.
You feel better because of it, right?
Nah, I mean, it's just because I'm an animal guy.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
That's cool.
And frankly, I resent the veganism kind of mentality that warps science, and these vegan documentaries are full of crap.
Keep going.
Honestly, there's this one, and I particularly resent it because I was in it. And I felt that I was made into a mouthpiece for really false propaganda. This documentary claimed that eating meat is worse for you than smoking cigarettes. like pretty preposterous stuff.
What if you do both?
There you go.
I'm that guy.
Well,
Since
okay.
we're going full Joe Rogan here, why not? I'll give you a story about animals. A listener of ours has a cat that has been named Steve-O. Mm-hmm. Kelsey, please.
Yeah, she has a cat that was thrown from a moving vehicle.
So she rescued it?
She rescued it and named it Steve-O because it was thrown from a moving vehicle.
I love that.
But this cat is crazy. So she's found it playing with lighters, scissors, a razor, and she has to crate it when she leaves the house.
Amazing. I love that. Now, like, I'm a big animal guy. I really am. I just, in my vegan era, I was like one of these annoying, like militant, I would try to shame people for, eating meat and stuff like that whole thing. But when I was protesting SeaWorld, like climbing up cranes and blowing things up, going to jail, trying to tell everybody SeaWorld sucks, and I mean, I guess like, that's fine and everything. But these days I like to take a much more positive reinforcement approach. So now I've got like a big property in Tennessee, and it's a registered 501c3 animal sanctuary.
Oh my!
Yeah, so like it's a different.
How many acres? I mean, just
44.
You need a lot.
I got 44.
What do you have?
What kind of animals?
So far, pigs, cows, dogs, and cats.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Pigs and goats right now. Cows comes next.
Okay. All right.
And they just live out their lives there.
Yeah. For sure.
I know of many people because my wife's in the cat game. When you do that sort of thing, you've devoted your entire life to this discipline that you have to take care of the hundreds of animals.
How often do you get back there? Is that where you live now?
Sorry, what's that?
Do you live there now?
I do.
Oh, wow. Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Did you move to Tennessee because of this whole animal deal?
I wanted to do that, yeah. Get a bunch of land was a big priority. And what sped up my move out there was being notified by the insurance company that they would not renew my homeowner's policy because of the fire risks.
Huh.
At your house where?
In Los Angeles.
What are the fires?
I
got you.
Wait, are you saying you got out just in time?
Well, I mean, yeah, the insurance company said, hey, like, we're not going to renew your policy because, like, the fires.
Wildfires.
Right. Because there's a really good chance that your house is going to burn down.
Right. And so I was like, okay, well, if my house is not insurable, then that's going to not be good for its value. Let me sell it as fast as I possibly can. Get the hell out of here.
How long ago was that?
Let's see here. I finalized the sale in March of last year.
So that was
before the wildfires.
weeks before the wildfires.
Which wildfires? I mean,
the ones we were paying attention to because we're stupid.
The really bad ones were in January of this year, so it was months before.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of people got their houses burnt down.
Right.
And we're in the same situation. So they've got no insurance coverage to recoup any money. Plus, on top of that, their mortgage. Hey, dude, deal's a deal. You still owe it. So the house burned to the ground. They still have more mortgage to pay on it for 30 years.
So you're lucky, full of animals in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm
Are you near
thrilled.
Nashville or anything fun?
I'm very close to Nashville.
All right, good.
Yeah.
So you're not out in the hills somewhere.
All the fancy celebrities are, I would say, about 45 minutes southwest of Nashville.
Right.
I'm straight north.
All right.
Yeah, there's nobody fancy really where I live, but I love it so much. I got a lot more land too out of it.
A quick break. More with Steve-O, obviously, at the Funny Bone this weekend. ColumbusFunnyBone.com. It's that easy. This is Dave and Jimmy.
You're listening to the #1 rated morning zoo.
With Dave and Jimmy.
WNCI.
Do you do ATVs and all that stuff? Do you have that much land?
You bet.
Oh, I would love that.
Motorcycles.
We're still on the air, by the way.
ATVs, pickup trucks. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't. Someone's like, I just hit a button. Someone says, we're making money. And we just keep going.
Nice. I love it.
So at the Funny Bone this weekend, when we talked to you last, you were just starting your stand-up journey. You've been doing it a while now.
I mean, I started doing the comedy clubs like ferociously all the time in 2010. So I've been like touring my butt off.
What have you learned? Like, is there a good way to go out? Is there a bad way to go out? What grabs an audience immediately?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I've been being funny, like, really helps.
You're right.
In the beginning, I kind of viewed stand-up comedy as something that might offer me longevity. Like, oh, this would be easier than beating myself up.
You're right.
And
pays better too.
Yeah, and so that was 2010. Come the end of 2015, I taped my first comedy special. And that one was like me on stage with the microphone. I did some crazy stuff on stage, but that was it. As I put together the show that followed that up, I had this like moment where my head exploded. I thought, oh my God, all these stories that I'm putting this show together with are things that happened on camera. So what if my next comedy special, I have like the video footage of the stories edited in post, so that it would be like multimedia and that the footage illustrates the stories I tell in my stand-up. And that was something that was so exciting, and it worked fantastically well. So then when I started putting the show that followed that up, I thought, okay, two things. I no longer want to like regale my glory days, like living in the past, and I want to bring the multimedia component on the road. So that was when I went about filming all new stuff, crazier than ever. And
what's crazier than ever?
Oh wait, my God! My last tour, I had a medical professional in disguise administered general anesthesia drugs into an IV in my vein while I was riding a bicycle.
No.
I had you know what an epidural is? A 4-inch needle.
I love it.
Yeah, 4-inch needle right into my spine. They injected this drug to paralyze me.
Oh my God.
They yank out
I know. It completely shut you down.
Wait, so you did this and videoed it?
They yanked out the needle, said go, and I ran.
And your legs are just slowly stopping?
I ran as fast and far as I possibly could.
No.
I ran out of space. I had to turn around and come back, and then I collapsed like a.
Well, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Wait, so what did you do to start television?
I did. Well, I mean, you can't show the stuff that I do on television.
Right. So who'd you do this for? A live audience?
I video everything. So and going out of my way to film things that I wouldn't even be able to film for Jackass. You know, like flagrantly disregarding the law, filming with no insurance, just doing whatever as long as it's against the rules. Okay. And so it's like kind of just shooting my own extra naughty X-rated Jackass movie, and then I put together a stand-up comedy show about the whole process.
And then you'll show it to the audience?
It's kind of, it's like, extra naughty Jackass movie meets a stand-up comedy show.
Is that what you're doing in town this weekend?
Yeah, this is the next show. This is the Crash and Burn tour.
Okay, we got a break. Steve-O is at ColumbusFunnyBone.com. He just sold it and prepped you for it. Buy your tickets.
WNCI, Comfort Dental Traffic.
Comfort Dental. Convenient, caring, comfortable.
33 westbound closed just at the north end of the Lancaster bypass due to an earlier crash scene. You've still plenty of time. You're going to pick up maybe a Coon Path Road as a detour over to Carroll Southern. Watch for delays eastbound as well. 23 northbound, a bit heavier at London Groveport Road. I'm Johnny Hill from the Total Traffic Center.
This report is sponsored by your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy. Your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts, Medicare D, and TRICARE Department of Defense plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/pay or update. That's Kroger.com/pay or update. See your Kroger Pharmacy for details.
Get ready to win big at El Dorado Scioto Downs, your ultimate Caesars Rewards destination. Earn rewards every time you play or dine with the largest and most rewarding loyalty program. With over 1,700 of the hottest and newest games, award-winning craft drafts at the Brew Brothers Microbrewery, and a one-of-a-kind celebrity chef dining experience at Guy Fieri's Trattoria. Enjoy live bands at the Vail Bar, seasonal live harness racing, and non-stop action you won't find anywhere else. Come experience it all for yourself, where the rewards never stop.
Must be 21 plus to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.